let me show you a fascinating little city. Romans used to call it Sofiane, but the area has actually been settled for over 6,000 years. Welcome to my hometown. Pécs is a small city on the southwest of Hungary. It's been around in some form or another since some of the earliest days of Europe. Now recovering from the days of communism, before that, the 2 world wars. When I heard that in 2000 it won European Cultural Capital of the Year, I thought, good, quite proud. Now that I'm back, finding it's a really nice little town. It's good to see that the nice old buildings around the centre of town are generally very well maintained, they're clean, and the area is nice and feels good to walk around. In spring and summer, early autumn, lots of cafes open up their outdoor areas, and it's just absolutely wonderful atmosphere. This interesting structure is a mosque. It was built in the 1500s when the Ottomans were ruling the area. After they were kicked out a while later, it got converted into a rather interesting but very functional Christian church. This is the central square. Like many of the older towns around Europe, most major events are held here. This year's Christmas markets, also at the square, was one of the best that we've seen. We've also been to Munich, which is the oldest Christmas markets in Europe, and to Paris, and to Budapest, and out of all that, we actually preferred Pécs. Small but very sweet. It's a bit of an odd sensation, coming back to a place you haven't been for a while. You sort of slowly remember all those things. You get to find all the places you've been to. Very, very interesting. Kind of a mixed feelings, really. Well, let me introduce you to some of the things you see. For starters, there's this tower that you can see from anywhere in Pécs pretty much, as long as you've got a clear view. It's up on top of the hill. There's a mountain range that sort of surrounds the city on 2 sides. Makes it a very nice landscape, and the hills are quite pretty all the way from spring to autumn. So this is the old TV tower from Pécs. Haven't seen proper snow for quite a few years, so we're just going crunchy crunchy. It's good. So this is Pécs, and I spent the first 10 years of my life here. Found a local diner in the middle of town. See how that goes.
Okay, we're lining up for a diner here in Pécs. We're really hungry.
So we're sitting down to eat at this diner.
And we have turkeys with knockedly, pickled cucumber, mushrooms,
Fried mushroom.
Look at the size of that bloody donut. And emperor crumbs with apricot.
It's a typical diner dish for a perkert, beef perkert. And that is pancakes, they're excellent. If you happen to come this way, it's definitely worth seeing the cathedral. It's very unique. Constructed close to 1,000 years ago on foundations of earlier churches from Roman times. I love how the interior is decorated.
After 2 world wars and 5 decades of communism, people still living a very basic lifestyle in some areas.
Well, sadly, communism and its rebranded sister, socialism, tend to promise everybody a living wage and a government that looks after them. Unfortunately, everybody then decides that they're going to get something for nothing and nobody gives. So nobody has anything to share. And then those who run the whole show tend to take it for themselves anyway. So that's what happens to that sort of society, and it takes decades and decades to crawl out of it, which is what we're observing here.
Beautiful old buildings, mostly very nicely kept around the centre of town, not so much around the edge. We've got a wonderful medieval wall that still surrounds part of the city.
Walking around Pécs, you'll notice a lot of the buildings belong to the university. This is one of the world's oldest universities, first established in 1367.
Pécs Market Hall. I'm about to enter. Come on.
Hungarians are similar to Italians and French. They like to shop fresh food. I accidentally let slip to one of my family members that we went to the supermarket and they nearly lost it. Most local residents like to come here to the markets. There's quite a few around Pécs, and yeah, it's better to shop here. Thank you for viewing. I'll keep reacquainting myself with the town and its people, and hope to post another little blog about it. Bye for now.
So we have a hazelnut type entremet, and we have a chestnut with a brownie.
And it's a Rogotsky slice, whatever that is. Looks good.